All right, everybody, how we doing today? Hopefully good. I want to talk about one that was one that I struggled with I think for a very long time, and one that I think's worth talking about. And I feel like this is a core for anything spirituality, but I feel like it goes far beyond that. I feel like for a lot of people, this is maybe a place where we all struggle at some point to kind of see it the right way. I think we all have a way of intellectually understanding it, okay? Maybe a definition. And it makes sense to us. We've heard it before. We have like a loose idea of what it means. But it's faith. And I don't think I ever really understood faith the way I needed to understand it until I heard it put in a way from Alan Watts. And he basically said faith is like falling backwards, blindfolded, into the universe and trusting that something will catch you on your way down while you're falling. And I thought that that was brilliantly said because it snapped everything into place for me. Before that time, I didn't really understand faith the way that I needed to understand faith. And I can't tell you exactly what my definition was for up until that point. I think I might have heard it a long time ago. I said, oh, okay, that makes sense. And I guess I never really experienced it or felt it to like really know. And he made me feel it when he said that. But let's kind of go into that. Let's open that up a little bit. How can we apply that? How can we use that? So what I've noticed from patterns after hearing that kind of click for me and seeing it in my daily life, seeing it with ways that I kind of look to nature, I look to systems, I look to people, I look to everything that's around me, signs, symbols, synchronicities. And if you don't know anything about those or you haven't experienced those yourself, I recommend you check out videos on that. I do a couple of them, but look for them everywhere. There's plenty to learn out there on these. I really believe in them. I subscribe to them. So I recommend you at least check them out and then you decide for yourself if that's something for you. But so using faith and then describing them and using them, operating them, what does it look like? You know what I mean? Like, how can you apply that? How can you use that? What does that mean? What does it, you know what I mean? Like, why does it matter? Why would you care about faith? Okay, so faith is something, in my opinion, that's kind of like a two-parter. And this can evolve over time. But like right now, for me, how I see it and how it works for me, it's a two-parter. One is you build faith. How do you do that? You form a relationship with God or the universe or whatever you want to. Maybe a relationship with yourself. Whatever it is, you form something serious that's beyond you. Something that is, you could say, above you. I know some people maybe want to walk with God next to them, or maybe put God above them, or maybe God within. There's so many different ways you can kind of like flip this around. Whatever works for you. And that could evolve. Don't put yourself in a box. I never did that. Don't put yourself in a box. Don't put hard beliefs down until you really feel like they're true to you and your soul. That's a different lesson for another day. Or maybe actually I'll make another video on that. But forming a relationship with God is one way that you can build faith. It means you're trusting in something that you don't know, something else that exists beyond you, in the universe, the energies around you, something, okay? And you are praying towards that thing or whatever it is, if it's God, and you're building a relationship. You're building up energy. You're building up love. All these things that you can't see, but they're feelings that exist somewhere. Okay, and that's building faith, in my opinion, maybe a little bit loosely. I'm sure I could probably add more to that. But for the sake of this video, building faith is like trusting something beyond you that is working in your favor in some way. So that's building faith. That's trusting it. That's feeling it. Okay, now how does that really look, though? Like, what does that do for you as a human being? Why would you even want to build faith? Doesn't that just sound like work to do all that? What am I getting in return, right? That's the ego talking, and that's okay. It's important to know this. Why wouldn't you want to know this, okay? Why spend the time? Why spend the energy? Why get down on your hands and knees? Or why get down on your knees and pray? You know what I'm saying? Like, why? So here's the beautiful thing about faith that I have found. Faith is kind of like the energy that you keep pulling that is kind of an attractive force for you. It is helping you in ways that you can't see. It is also helping guide you when you actually believe and you have faith, whether or not you have faith in God, or if you have faith in yourself, or maybe both, okay? It's totally up to you. It's what works for you. But you have faith in something. You have some trust in the universe, that the universe is going to take care of you, okay? If you head down this road over here, you're going to be able to handle that road, okay? There's not going to be some obstacle that sidelines you, hurts you, or does something. Or maybe it will, and maybe it's just a lesson or something you're supposed to learn, but it's not going to end you. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not going to be the end of the road. So think about it that way, is that, yes, you cannot escape suffering out here. Those are how you grow and how you learn. That is built into it. I know a lot of people just want to avoid the pain and suffering out here. It's a part of it, okay? In order for you to experience joy, love, and all that stuff, you need to also experience the other side of that. There is no way around that. It is built into this system. Inescapable. I know that for some people, they're like, oh, well, I just want to live in a utopian, idealistic world. It's not possible. I have thought that one through. I have tried to create that. I have seen it in other people. I have, I'm not going to go into all the details. Trust me on that one. It's built into it, okay? You're going to have that, so just accept it. I mean, you don't have to like it. We weren't here when the universe was set up, okay? We didn't get invited to that round table. We weren't asked how this should operate. So keep that in mind. We're here. We are participating in what was already created for us. So that's how I like to see faith, though, big picture. And I think it's so important, too. I really, really believe that. That's like saying that everything happens for a reason, I guess, is ultimately what that kind of sounds like. And I think that that's true. I think that that's just a nice, loose way of kind of seeing everything I kind of talked about with faith. But I think it's so much deeper than that. And you can tell, because for me to break that open and have to talk about it for this long, you kind of got to see that there's more to it than just saying, everything happens for a reason. I think that that's kind of like, the quick way to kind of return to this thought. But it's deeper than that. There's depth on that. So that's what I got on faith. I think it's important to have faith. Your path will keep revealing itself as you go. And just trust that there's somebody or something out there, some intelligent designer, something beyond what we can ever really understand, operating out there and helping us and guiding us. Whether or not you believe in guardian angels, whether or not you believe in, spiritual entities, whatever it is, there is something beyond the physical, materialistic, what we can see out here. There is something metaphysical. There is something abstract. There is something beyond. I can't tell you exactly what that is. I can give you a lot of ideas that kind of all sum up to basically the same thing. But ultimately, it's up to you to decide how you want that to look. Or keep an open mind and just keep collecting until something really feels right to you. True to yourself, true to your soul. Okay, guys, that's all I got for you guys on this one. I just wanted to kind of break open faith a little bit more. And I'm sure this will probably evolve down the road. Maybe I'll get it a little bit more cleaner. I know I kind of danced a little there, but I feel like I did a pretty good job and I hit some key points that I think really bring it all together. So that being said, guys, I will catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for being here. See you guys there.